And God created heavens and earth. He looked and he saw that it was good. Vayar Elokim ki tov. God saw it was good. It's a phrase that's repeated again and again in this week's Parsha, when God is speaking about the beautiful physical creation of the world that we continue to enjoy and are just so appreciative of how beautiful the physical world is. God looked back in this week's Parsha at every day of creation. He looked back at what he created, Vayar Elokim, and God saw ki tov, that it was good. Every day gets this. It was good, except for the second day of the week and the sixth day of the week. What was created on the second day and what was created on the sixth day that it didn't get the good appellation? Well, on the second day we know that the firmament and the waters were created, and we know that Adam and Eve, human beings, were created on the sixth day. Go back to day 2 for a minute. The firmament and the waters were created, but they did not form into land and into sea until day 3. So good could be defined really as being finished. God finished a different unit of creation each and every day except for the second day and the sixth day. See, good can't be understood in this context as morally good, because what's morally good about creating the fish or the stars or the sun? No, good means it's done. It's finished. It's complete. And on the second day of creation, God created something, the firmament and the waters, but it wasn't finished until day 3 when it became land and sea. If you take that same definition of good and you go to day 6 when God created us, when he created people, humanity, it makes perfect sense. Because God created us with incredible potential to advance ourselves both intellectually and spiritually as human beings, as people. But we are unfinished products. We are works in creation. God purposely and deliberately created us in such a manner that we would have to work on ourselves to be able to fulfill our potential, that we did not enter this world finished or done. What an important lesson as we begin the first parsha of the Torah. In fact, that's what all of Torah and all of Judaism is about. It's about working on ourselves to become the very best version of ourselves. How? Through the Torah itself, through the mitzvot, through studying and learning and growing in our Judaism. We take ourselves from having incredible potential to fulfilling that potential and becoming better, becoming greater, because we are not born that way. That doesn't make us bad. That just makes us unfinished. And my blessing to all of you, to all of us on this very first Shabbat Bereisheet, is that we should look at the Parshiot as we go through each Parsha. Please God, for the next year, how can I learn something new about how I can become greater through the Torah, through the mitzvot? Because I'm not the way I can be. I can be so much greater. I can do more for other people. I can perfect the world. I can perfect myself by applying the principles, the laws, and the philosophies of Torah to my personal life. By helping other people become more whole and more perfect themselves, I perfect myself and I become greater through the Torah. We have to first recognize that we can go so much greater. We can perfect ourselves. We can become the best version. We recognize how far we could still go. And please God, we should enjoy the journey. Shabbat Shalom.